Welcome to episode 86 of the Women's Business Workshop podcast. Get your crap together, finding focus in your business. Hey guys, it's Robin Walker, your host and business coach. One of the most common things I hear business owners say is that they are overwhelmed and they feel scattered. They can't get to everything. They don't have enough time. And of course, those ideas, the never-ending business ideas that they think of in the shower, in the car, wondering which one's next. And I don't know what it is about entrepreneurs, but I swear about 95% of us can come up with ideas all day long for our business. However, that can lead to overwhelm. And it can lead to a lot of ideas that then are never finished. Have you guys seen the meme about all of your unfinished projects watching you as you go start another one? Well, if you can relate with this, then keep listening because today I'm going to talk about a quick reset that you can do when you're feeling overwhelmed or feeling scattered in your small business. Usually, I find entrepreneurs are in one of two camps. So tell me if one of these seems to fit you more than the other. And these can change just depending on what's going on. So number one, this is the entrepreneur that you know what you're supposed to be doing. You have a plan, but you're still feeling overwhelmed or scattered. Or maybe you don't even remember what the plan was, but you know you have one. You made one, you did the work, you have the plan. Or number two, you are 80% winging it and going through the motions, feeling overwhelmed and scattered just the same. This category sometimes includes business owners that have been in business for 10 or 15 years. So people in business longer than you still feel overwhelmed just like you do. This is the club you don't want to be in, but here we are. There are a multitude of reasons that you may be feeling overwhelmed or scattered in your business. And I am not going to pretend that there's a one-size-fits-all reason. I'm not a big fan of diagnosing someone's business and giving everyone the same answer and the same thing that's going to help their business. I don't believe that. It could be so many things. I'm going to tell you just some trends that I notice when I'm coaching, and I'm going to give you a couple ideas of things that you can do. Now, like I said, it doesn't mean this is going to fix all of your problems, but a lot of times it will help you refocus and get back on track and eliminate some of that overwhelm. So first of all, what are some of the reasons that you could be feeling overwhelmed in the first place? Of course, overwhelm can come from not having enough help. If you hold the majority of the positions in your business and you don't hire enough help, of course you are going to be overloaded. There's a lot of memes and jokes about how as an entrepreneur, you are also the receptionist and you're also customer service and you're billing and you're marketing. And sometimes that's where we have to be when we're starting out, but that is going to be overwhelming. That's a lot of task switching throughout the day. Of course, that's going to be overwhelming. So that could be one reason that you don't have enough help and you're trying to do too many things. It can also come from lack of systems or automation. If you're still doing a lot of the things manually or you've pieced together your systems over time, so they're not necessarily streamlined or automated, that can be another thing that can cause you overwhelm because it never feels finished and you're always doing things that actually could be quicker, but you're having to do them manually. So they take a lot of time out of day to day, and then it is taking up additional mental energy for you. And then another one is that you may not have your foundational elements aligned similar with the systems. Maybe as you built your business, you kind of built the plane as you flew, which is very, very common. And so a lot of those foundational elements aren't aligned and it's kind of like just pieced together. So this would be an example like your ideal client that you've selected doesn't really match your marketing strategy because you created them both separately and were hoping they would match and they don't. So that's another problem that could be causing you some overwhelm. Those all make a big difference, but when it comes to the day-to-day, what I see as the problem for entrepreneurs really is a lack of built-in plan reminders and a singular focus for you as the leader of your company. Even if it is just you and you hire out for projects or 1099s, or you have a VA, you are still the leader of the company and you are doing a lot of things, but you still need a singular focus. So let's talk about number one, your plan. Do you have one? In your head doesn't count, which is what I always say. How often do you look at this plan and where do you keep it? So think of those answers in your head. And sometimes that's all the insight you need, my friends. Where is the plan? And do you look at it? Is it kept somewhere that you can easily access it? If I came to your office and I said, all right, where's your plan for the next 3 months? Would you be able to pick it up and hand it to me? If not, then that's your step one, is having a plan. I love a quarterly plan because it's your immediate future. It's doable. It's realistic. So if at minimum have a 3-month plan for what's happening next, that is step one. If you don't even know where to begin with that, or you would like some strategic help with that, please message me. I love making plans like that. I've been doing it for years and years for small business owners, and that's something we can get started in a one-on-one coaching call. Luckily for you, this month is coaching month, so all sessions are specially priced. You can go to womensbusinessworkshop.com/coaching and check out which session might be good for you. So first step, at least have a quarterly plan that is a singular focus for you. It's not going to be 42 different things that you're starting. Pick one thing that's going to be your main focus for any time outside of the day-to-day in your business. All right, so then if you have a plan, keep it where you can easily access it. I think this is actually one of the easiest ways out of overwhelm when you're feeling like, I'm not sure what to do next, I have too much going on, how am I going to get all this stuff done, is revisit that plan. Go back and look at that goal or look at your 3-month plan. If you've already done the work, you don't need to overthink all the things. You already decided, you already made the decision of what's happening in the next 3 months. Just go revisit it. Go back and look at it. That will reduce your overwhelm because you are getting refocused on what you're supposed to be doing. So you're not going to be second guessing or coming up with these random plans. When you revisit your plan, you also then can ask yourself, are the tasks you have on the calendar for this week, are they getting you closer to that goal, or are they distractions? Are they productive procrastination to put off the thing you really need to be doing to get to your goal that actually feels a little bit uncomfortable or very uncomfortable? Make sure that the tasks on your calendar are getting you closer to your goal. Maybe you're buried in the urgent day-to-day. You never even pick up your head, but then you're not securing the future success of your business because you're just buried in the day-to-day. So check that plan. I think that is really, if that's all you get out of this episode, is when you're overwhelmed, revisit your plan. It sounds so simple, but we forget. Go back and look at your plan. All right, number 3, keep your eye on the prize. Pick one project to focus on and see it through. Many entrepreneurs don't give their project enough time to work. That new promotion, that new idea, maybe it's an event. Either it never comes to fruition or they try it once and then they say it didn't work. Having an event one time is not proof if it works or not. 95% of the people didn't even know you had an event. You have to keep trying things. Obviously, there is some strategy in pivoting, changing things up, or determining if it's a good idea or not. But many people don't even take that step. They just abandon it, or it feels too hard, so then they switch to a different task, different project, different idea. So we want to pick one project, and that's like the thing that you're working on outside of the day-to-day, like I mentioned before. So pick something, pick one thing, and let's see it through. Number 4 is giving yourself a visual. This one I suggest when we do our quarterly planning call for the Impact Business Circle, at the end, we all take out a Post-it and write down that goal somewhere that it's easy to see, easy to be reminded, and it's a visual so that you don't forget. So that if I ask them in a coaching call or in a mastermind call, what is your goal? I see their head turn to where their Post-it is, and they can see and they can remember. You could also post a picture that helps you refocus on the big picture, or maybe affirmations are more your thing, so that you need to write this affirmation down. So when you get overwhelmed, you can remind yourself, I have a plan. I've already made the decision. And then move on. Lastly, take a break, my friend. If you are overwhelmed, often that's your brain saying, I need some air. There's way too much going on in here. So sometimes even just taking a walk can help with overwhelm, having a coffee with a friend. Give your brain and your body a little bit of a break. Then when you come back, refocus on the big picture and then get back to work. So I'm going to recap these for you. Now, they're not rocket science, but sometimes we just need our little reminder. So number 1, if you don't have a plan yet, we need to make a plan for the next 3 months minimum. I'd love a yearly plan, but if not, at least a 3-month plan. Revisit your plan, ideally weekly, when you plan out your schedule for that week or that month. Revisit your plan. Number 3, pick one project and see it through. Number 4, post something to remind you of your focus. And number 5, take a break already. Now, if you need help with any of this, I would be honored to help you with your plan. Currently, there's 3 ways we can work together. The most bang for your buck is a VIP day. We spend 4 hours together deep diving into what your business needs. We talk about those processes. We talk about your projects. We talk about where your gaps are, what might be going wrong, if those foundational pieces are matched. This can be on Zoom or it can be in person. If you are in the Northern Illinois, Southern Wisconsin area, we have a space that we meet for this session. Alternatively, if you're not ready for that, you can do a 90-minute session. You can get a lot done in 90 minutes. And then lastly is the Impact Business Circle. This is a group program. We work through a quarterly goal together as a group, and then we have twice monthly mastermind calls to remind you of your goal and give accountability to complete those action steps. That is a great way to come back to your goal every couple weeks and get refocused. In November, all of our sessions are at special pricing, so come and see what coaching's all about. Get a clear head, your plan on paper, and excitement to move forward. Just visit womensbusinessworkshop.com/coaching for more information. All right, my friends. So usually now I say go get back to work, but before you do that, go back and revisit your plan. Take a peek and then get back to work. Have a great day, everybody.